In November, Professor Indrawati Oey will speak at EFFoST2020 during the plenary session Food Science, Technology and Health in the 21st Century. She's a principal investigator of the Reddit Institute, a national food research center in New Zealand. And in this interview, she shares her thoughts on the potential of non-thermal food processing and what is limiting the widespread use. Professor Indrawati Oey, welcome. First of all, how much do you think current food innovations rely on scientific insights and evidence?
To a very great extent, we definitely need scientific-based evidence to support any food innovations. So for example, before a certain product or process is applied or introduced to food companies or to consumers, we need to fully understand the insight, including their impacts on the food safety and also the side effects given by this technology.
And what do you think will be the role and impact of non-thermal processing operations on the food sector?
Non-thermal processing operations is an excellent alternative to replace conventional thermal processing, especially to produce higher quality food products, whilst lowering energy consumptions and guaranteeing the food safety. So in this case, I give you an example like high pressure processing. So HPP has become a mainstream for cold pasteurizations. So this technique can give more natural sensory attributes, but also high retention in the nutrition's value. And then recently, you can also see the impact of the non-thermal processing given by PEF or pulse electric field processing. So this technique has been widely used in food manufacturing for potato French fries as a processing aid. So this technique gives food companies many opportunities to operate more efficiently, to reduce the productions of waste, and also to consume less energy.
So what is or what are the factors limiting the widespread use of non-thermal processing?
Okay, there are a few hurdles that limit its widespread use. The first and foremost is the challenges in the food safety. So when a non-thermal technique is used as a preservation technique, a microbial challenge testing should be done to achieve the expected criteria set by the food regulators. For even non-thermal processing that it is used as a processing aid. So for example, like in this case, for extractions, infusions, or texture softening, we still need to guarantee the unexpected side effect will be resulted by this process. The second factor that is also important that the big capital investment needed. So in this case, the companies may also have lack of trust for this huge investment input. The lack of trust could also be due to lack of knowledge on all of the benefits that can be offered by this non-thermal processing and also the consequences after the adoptions. So for example, adapting the existing processing line. So when a certain technology has not yet been used widely, sometimes the food companies have a high hesitancy to adopt this new technology because it is granted as a high risk investment. But the other limitations for adoptions is lack of consumer acceptance and also awareness on use of the non-thermal processing. So if you can see now a lot of food companies who has already successfully apply non-thermal processing in their processing line, they understand their targeted market the best and also know what they are targeting when they are using a non-thermal processing.
So let's also talk about the next generation of food professionals. How do you think academia can improve the training of this next generation?
Okay, increasing the number of hands-on activities and avoiding the sole use of theory learning will help with the training of the next generations of professionals. So currently there is a lack of balance between theory and practice. So we should also encourage the development of a network that bridges experts in the field to the students or the young generations to allow for an efficient transfer of knowledge.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to your presentation at the EFFoST 2020 International Conference in November.